Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is XX Climax back at it again with you. In today's video, we are back at it again in Grow a Garden, and today we'll be discussing about the queen bee. So this is actually a pet that I've seen become more popular nowadays, especially while playing the game. I've seen people requesting for the queen bee and whatnot. Now I got super lucky because I hatched the queen bee in a bee egg this morning, and that was only my second bee egg hatched. So the first one I got a honeybee, in which I've used to pollinate my fruits, in which I submitted to the honey merchant and ended up buying another bee egg. And with that bee egg, I waited the 4 hours, long 4 hours, and I was rewarded with the queen bee, which is the divine pet you could get through the bee egg. So just like how we did with the phoenix, we'll be discussing briefly about its abilities, if it's worth it, if it's hard to get. We'll cover everything you need to know about the queen bee after this video. So can you obtain the queen bee? Yes, you can. It's still obtainable, especially through the honey merchant that sometimes appears along with the other merchants, like the spray mutation merchant, sprinkler merchant, the spring merchant, and this one is the honey merchant. And you get the honeybee or the bee's eggs through this merchant. And so what ends up happening is you buy the egg. I think the egg is, in order to get the bee egg, you have to submit 18 honeys to the merchant or submit your pollinated plants to it, and you end up getting the bee egg for 18 honeys. So I managed to get it because I had previously gotten a honeybee off of it, so it pollinated like 2 or 3 flowers or plants in my garden, and with that it was enough for me to submit it to the merchant, and I got the bee egg. And then I successfully hatched the queen bee on my second try in hatching a bee egg, which was absolutely wild. So this is how she looks like. She's not pink, it's just I added a glimmering shard to her, so she looks like this. But let me place her down right there, and let's briefly read the description. And so it says, every 19 minutes and 42 seconds a nearby fruit gets magically pollinated. Oh, we're having an earthquake. Applying pollinated mutation. Every 21 minutes and 30 seconds, the pet with the highest cooldown refreshes its ability. So meaning it will do its ability right there and then. It would be a random pet, or it would be a pet with the highest cooldown. So that means, like, for example, if your phoenix, for example, or the phoenix is the highest and it's just done its ability, and then the bee does her ability, the phoenix will apply its ability once again. Now the pollination mutation is very useful, especially with the honey merchant being in town, because then you could get honey crates, you could get seed packs, you could get another bee egg. There's endless possibilities of which you could get things from the honey merchant. And so look at this earthquake. This is a new weather, but it's really cool. And it puts the new cracked mutation onto your fruit. Well, anyways, that's the description. Now, needless to say, the queen bee kind of does the same thing as the honeybee, which I would have wished they would have done, like a magical pollination mutation or a magic pollinated mutation, something more like leveled up compared to the honeybee, because it just looks like a regular honeybee except bigger, has a crown, and is named the queen bee, and it has its cool ability of doing the cooldown, or refreshes the ability with the pet with the highest cooldown. Now that's really cool. I've never seen a pet do that before, and so you kind of get 2 in 1, which is awesome. So my rating for the queen bee would be a 8 out of 10, because once again I draw it back down to its mutation. I would have preferred it to be like it will get the magical pollination mutation, something like out the box, and something more like a level up than the honeybee, like the regular honeybee. So is it hard to get? Yes, because like any divine pet out there, you have a 1% chance of hatching it, which I was super excited and very fortunate enough to have the queen bee hatched within my second egg. So I am super stoked about that. And so is the queen bee worth it? I would say yes. If you are wanting to get pollinated fruit, if you want to have constant if you want to have your pets to do their ability more constantly, then this is definitely a pet for you. Of course, it doesn't compare to like the Phoenix or the Cockatrice that has dozens of different abilities to it, but it's definitely a very cool pet nonetheless. And once again, it opens up the opportunity of you getting seed packs, honey crates, other bee eggs, so you have a wide range with the queen bee. All I gotta say is they gotta revise the name, because how in the world is my queen bee named Fernando? That doesn't make sense. Well, anyways, that was gonna be my video for today, to showcase the queen bee and talk about if it's worth it. Can you get it easily? Is it still obtainable? What is its abilities? What are my opinions on it? So let me know in the comment section down below, what are your opinions on the queen bee? I would love to hear your thoughts and your opinions, and if there is anything they could have improved on it, let me know that as well. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to show the channel some support. We are on our way to 100 subscribers, so that is absolutely awesome. Look at that. Got flamed fruit now. Anyways, apart from that, make sure to stay posted. Join my new Discord, as well as stay in touch or stay in tuned with my shorts. I post shorts almost every day, whether it be hatching eggs or whether it be showcasing a pet or a fruit. I tend to post daily with my shorts, so make sure you go ahead and check those out when you can. So thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you on later. Keep on gaming on.